A lot of you guys have really asked me to do a kind of analyzing breakdown of the world record streak game that I lost. I personally believe that you will always learn more from a loss than from a win. And any streak that I've done, I've definitely learned more from losses than wins. I know for the case of Vecna, I actually lost before getting the world record on Vecna. I lost my streak about 3 times, and every time I learned something very valuable about, going against a really good team. So anyway, we're going to look at the game that I lost. I'm going to analyze it, I'm going to break it down, and hopefully you can learn something, I guess. I don't know. Enjoy. So, we load in on Mother's Dwelling, and already, like, right out of the gates, I'm already, like, pretty nervous. Mother's Dwelling is a really, really bad map for Vecna. Number one, it's very big. There's a lot of kind of foliage that survivors can hide behind. The main building is super strong. Thankfully, we get into a chase early, which was good. And I fly through the window just to block the window here. And then the Meg kind of holds W away from the pallet. I get a little tripped up here. So already, like, we should have had a hit, like, by now, but I wasn't really paying attention. Okay. And right here, I fumble pretty bad here. That was not good at all. So I messed up the skeleton hit. So the skeletons missed. And then I fumbled the mage hand too. So this mage hand right here was way too late, because you can see she gets a full rotation around, and she definitely has the gauntlets of the interloper. I learned from that. We do get the hit barely. Like, I was lucky to get that hit, but that was bad. Like, that was really bad. I messed up the skeletons. I was too close, and she was able to kind of like go in between me and the skeletons. And then I messed up the mage hand as well, but she has the interloper gauntlet, so I learned that. But that was bad. Like, that was bad. And we got 2 people in main building. I think what I should have did there was just go up to main and push them off for ruin value and wait to get my spells back. But I wanted this Meg, so I chose to go for her instead. And right there, that was good. That was good. We did a little, like, shimmy tech on the pallet. We got the down. That was good. But yeah, huge fumble first chase. We lost a lot of time there. And yeah, not good. And here, so this was also a big mistake right here. There was 2 survivors in the main building, on the main building gen, and I knew that, but for some reason I chose to go over here because I heard somebody over here, I think, or I saw somebody. 100%, I should have we had the hook by the main building, which was close to that gen. So what we should have did, we should have pushed the survivors off the main building gen to start getting ruin to regress that gen while we proxied the hook. So this was a big mistake. Huge mistake right there. Okay. We're coming back. Yeah, and you see, like, they completed the main building gen too. We weren't able to find anybody over there, so that was a big time sink that we wasted. We wasted a bunch of time going, like, to this side of the map when we should have been pushing them off the main building gen and stopping them from completing it. So that it was a big mistake. We lost so much pressure, and they gained so much pressure on me because I didn't do that. And it was 2 of them. It was 2 of them on the main building gen. So they got that. So we're down. right now we're down, and I'm looking at the Meg. I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna need to tunnel this game. Okay, we come over here, we hit the Renato. He's taking a protection hit. Okay, and then so we come into main, and this is one of the reasons why Mother's Dwelling main is so strong, is that you have all of these pallets that connect to windows, right? So she has that pallet right there, and she can just throw that, and it connects to like this window. And now she has that window, and she has that pallet connector right there. Fumbled that mage hand was bad. That was not a good mage hand, by the way. We thankfully make up for it with the skeletons. But that was not a good mage hand. That was way too I was too far away. I was way too far away from her. Right there. So we get her on the hook, and that's good. We have a gen there, we kick it. They took away my ruin. They took away my ruin, but thankfully we have a gen there that we can kind of kick and get that regressing while we proxy it. But they're being aggressive at this point, because they have a lot of pressure on me, so they're being aggressive, and they're kind of like clinging to the gen quite a bit, forcing me to stay in the area, which is smart for them. We got Renato here, and he's kind of baiting us a little bit, trying to get us to chase him away from the hook there. We hit Quentin with the insta hit there. That was good. We down Renato. Right here, this was a big mistake. Right here, this was a huge mistake. We should have tunneled the Meg out, but I chose to try to spread pressure and get the pain res on Renato. But Meg was right there. I think she had OTR or something like that, but still, like, getting her out of the game would have really, really helped. But I chose to hook the Renato for pain res and just a little bit of extra slowdown, and then I was thinking like maybe I could go for her after. She hid. So this was a bad judgment call right here. At this point, and they complete the gen, so now we're like getting into the end game, right? This was a bad judgment call right there. I was hoping that pain res would slow down that gen, and now see, I'm coming over here to try and find the Meg, but the Meg is hidden. She has off the record, so she's silent. I can't track her. So she's just gone. She's gone. So tunneling her out is kind of off the table, right? You see, I'm looking for her. I think we just saw her right there. I didn't actually see her though. I'm pretty sure that was her. Hold on. Just wait. Let's see. Yeah. Or is that a boon? I'm not sure. You can see something glowing over there. Maybe that's a boon. I don't know. But she's in this area. She's in this area, but she has off the record. If we tunneled her, we could have just followed her off the unhook rather than hooking Hanato. And we could have gotten her out of the game, but yeah, that was a bad judgment call as well. One of my mods in the chat, this is getting scary. Okay, so we come back to hook, and we're going to try and pressure Hinato here. Okay, we fumbled the skeletons there. We get Quentin down. Now I'm thinking, okay, I'll get the pain res on him. But these guys are pressuring gens. These guys are on gens. They had Prove Thyself or something like that. That was speeding it up. But we get that pain res. And they have a gen right there with so much progress. But we have a 3 gen over here. So now I'm thinking, okay, I should come back to this and kind of proxy this 3 gen. That's, you know. And then eventually we'll find somebody that we can get on Death Hook. So we come over here. We're looking. Nobody's over here, so then I come back. And it's kind of just like scrambling for pressure against the survivors. But I could have had so much by now. But those kind of poor judgment calls, you know, and this is why, like, mentality is so big when it comes to win streaking, because if you're not focused, on the game, then you're going to be making these poor judgment calls and you're going to be losing pressure because of it, right? Like, you need to be locked in, you need to be focused. So we get a pain res on him, and that's our final pain res. So that's like good, that's decent. We have Finado over here. I think he was like maybe baiting with this. You can see he healed. I think he had like a 99 with a med kit or a syringe or something. That gen has reached like almost full regression, so that's not good for us at all. So we chase Quentin here. He's at Shack, and I think honestly I should have just dropped this chase entirely. We land the insta there, that's good. I don't think this chase was very long, but yeah, we get that, and that's all well and good. I think honestly I should have just slugged him and then just like went back for somebody else. Because we were spreading hooks. Like, we were spreading hooks. And now we have 2 survivors on Death Hook. We have Quentin, we have Meg. We have not seen Meg for the rest of the game. Meg has just been gone. Which is definitely smart. That's what she should have been doing. Definitely. Okay, so we have this 3-gen over here, but they're attacking it. They're attacking it already. So that is not good. That is not good. And this is where it gets really bad for me. I have a very poor chase with this Meg here. And it was just fumbling my powers. Just fumbling my powers repeatedly. So we come over here, and they're taking hits. They're taking hits. We miss that. We miss the skeletons there, and that hurts, man. That hurts, because now we have nothing to hit them like very quickly with. We only have Mage Hand, we only have M1s. So that hurts a lot. That hurt so much that I missed that. And just being a little bit patient would have been a lot better. But I was kind of scrambling for pressure, as you can see. And this all would have been avoided if I just tunneled her out, right? Like, we wouldn't be in this situation if I just got her out of the game. So, okay. So we get that M1 there. We fly through the window to block it there. And then this hurt, man. So I look at that. The skeleton barely missed her. Like, barely missed her. And I was like crying after that. So right here, I'm expecting her to just kind of like chill on the other side of the pallet, but she went a little bit wide. And it grazes her. So again, just being a little bit more patient here with the power, and we would have had her down, and we would have had her dead, and then maybe we could have, you know. But I was so eager, right? But if we just waited and held the skeletons there, then we could have probably, you know, had a more reliable kind of usage of the power. But we took a gamble and we lost. And okay, so she gets that. They pop the last gen. She has a Dren, and I'm just like, oh dude, no way, no way. All of this could have been avoided if I just tunneled her out, right? And so all 4 of them over here. We got 2 on Death Hook, but it's, you know, it's kind of a wrap at this point. And, you know, I'm just kind of scrambling. I'm just waiting for my skeletons to come back. Fly to the gate to try and stop them. It's already, like, done. He pops the gate, and it's just, you know, it's a wrap at this point. Like, the poor judgment calls that I made at this point was like 3, 4, or 5, right? And that's too many. Like, that's too many against efficient survivors. So it was just, yeah. Now we have 3 of them on Death Hook. Yeah, and I figure, like, it's, you know, what else can we do? At this point, it's like, okay, just proxy the hook, see what happens. Miss the skeletons there, and that's pretty much it. We try and, like, get in the way there. We hit him. Like, okay, yeah, it's all well and good. And I'm pretty sure they all take hits. There's not really a ton I can do. We get him down. And this was actually very altruistic. We could have maybe gotten like a couple here, but no. So we hook him. Now we have 3 of them on death hook. Meg's here. I don't know how that didn't hit Hinato there, but he's getting in my face with his endurance. He takes endurance. We grab him, but he's wiggled. Like he's wiggled so much, so he just instantly wiggles. I'm just like, I didn't really care at this point. I was just like, okay. Gate's open, it's right there. It was, you know, not really a ton we can do. We had 3 of them on death hook, but yeah, I mean, you can definitely see what kind of went wrong, right? Like it was just kind of poor judgment call after poor judgment call, and not really like maximizing pressure. There were so many ways that I could have maximized pressure here. And yeah, it's just, you know, when you're in a game and you're on the fly, it's hard to kind of make those decisions, right? And of course they were rubbing it in, you know, kind of making fun of me. Whatever. And they didn't even really have like the most broken like builds. Like they had a lot of strong perks, but you can see they had a Dren, Circle, Expo, Sprint Burst, Resurgence, Proof. Like there are a lot of strong perks here for sure, but I've definitely gone against like stronger builds before in a game. They were just very gen efficient, and I made so many mistakes, right? Like that's all it was. So yeah, there you have it. It just goes to show that, you know, when you're win streaking, it's important to self-reflect on losses, and this was a game that I learned a lot from. You know, self-reflection is a very valuable tool that we can all use to improve ourselves and improve in not just a video game, but in real life as well. And it's funny because after we lost this win streak, I went on to another win streak and we got an even higher number on Vecna at 123. And if you'd like to see me analyze that loss, then we can definitely do that as well. So if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next video.